Alright guys, what's happening? It's your boy John, aka Piece of Gosa, back again with another episode of the Destiny Daily. This is the 22nd episode of the Destiny Daily in this little series, and once again we are faced with the prospect of having to do a mission that we did not too many days ago. That's right, today's mission is EYE of a Gatelord, which if you happen to see that episode, I absolutely blazed through in about 4.5 minutes. I'm feeling a bit more murdery today, and I want to give anybody who didn't check out my video of the UFFERN HC4 in action on the heroic strikes a chance to really get a look at this gun. So you can intimate from that one of the particular tools we'll be using in today's loadout. It is as ever in the description below, but let's take a closer look while we are dropping. So yeah, the aforementioned UFFERN HC4, which Bungie provided everybody in the tower with yesterday. There's not really too much more to say about this gun that hasn't already been said by everybody else. The thing is just an absolute headshot machine, or critical shot machine I should say. One slight difference being I rock it with danger close, because I'm a PvE player rather than outlaw, which is a bit more of a PvP buff. Good in PvE as well, but danger close, you get your reload and your handling when there's multiple enemies around. So I mean, it's 6 and 1/2 a dozen of the other really for PvE. We have Devil's Dawn today in the secondary slot. I will admit life support's not particularly brilliant buff, but we do have armor piercing rounds in Firefly, and of course I was a little bit slow on the uptake on this one. I didn't realise that Devil's Dawn comes with Disciplinarian as standard, which is fucking excellent. Not for this mission, but really rather fucking excellent. A solid solo sniper with Firefly and Disciplinarian will come in extremely handy on some of the Siva strikes. I'd imagine that would kick ass in the raid. I don't really play too much raid either. It's too much pain in the arse getting people together. And I play at some funny times, so doing a raid at like 3 in the morning is a bit of an ass kicker, to be perfectly honest with you. And of course in the heavy slot today we have NEMESIS STAR, which is a much better machine gun than its stats would indicate. That range is very, very deceptive. You'll see it in action, but in my opinion it's different to Super Good Advice. I mean, Super Good Advice does have that never-ending clip thing going for it, where pretty much every shot, either a miss or a hit, somehow ends up going back either into your clip or your reserves. But this thing is devastating. If you want to take out mobs, just burst fire it, so you get the initial burst has a higher rate of fire. You see the bottom buff there. So if you're taking out mobs of lower critters, you're gonna want to just burst fire the fucker to get that high rate of fire. But when you're hitting a boss, after the initial burst, you get real major boosts to your range, your accuracy. It does decrease the rate of fire, but man, no, it's like having a sort of a hybrid between those high rate of fire big clip machine guns and those lower rate of fire smaller clip machine guns that sort of it kind of morphs between the two as you're firing it, and I personally think it's fucking excellent gun. So yeah, today we are on EYE of a Gatelord, so without further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? So if my driving goes a bit mental, it's because I am trying to get into my stash on the app. Because like a complete tit, actually fuck it, let's just pause for a second. Like an absolute tit, I brought all the guns that I wanted to use and completely forgot to bring any heavy ammo. Or 3 of coins. Possible I might still have one of those active, actually. No. Alright, let's drop that 3 of coins and let's go on with this, shall we? Enough fucking around. So I imagine everybody's fairly familiar with this mission. EYE of a Gatelord. You do have to do it while you're going through the main story. real easy mission. You can pretty much just blaze through 3/4, fucking 4/5 even. So like 80% of the mission you can just batter through with. Man, I managed to forget that these guys were going to be up here. Okay, yeah, I believe I was saying something about the fact that you can blaze through most of this mission. Yeah, but you can rattle through like 80% of this mission. Do I even have my Vex? I've got the fallen one on. Vex, there we go. I'm running a little bit low on Glim. I was doing up a lot of guns yesterday, as you might imagine. So yeah, you can basically from this point on, you can more or less just ride your Sparrow to the boss if you want to. Which is exactly what I did last time this mission came up a few days ago, a week ago. But today, as I say, I'm really loving this UFFERN and I'm feeling a bit more murdery, so let's do this as the devs intended rather than the other way around.
To find the gate lord, I sort of had to mess with all their transfer gates here. You're probably going to have your hands full.
Figured that might go too far.
The gates are waking. They'll keep coming unless you can shut them down. That worked. Keep it up.
Damn right that worked. Thought he was moving a bit more than he did there. Bad. Bad. As President Cuntface would say. Oh, out of bullets. Oops. So if you've never seen this thing in action, I'll give you a blast on this Minotaur, because it gives me a chance to open it up. So you see the initial rate of fire is just absolutely bonkers, and then it slows down, and the stability on this thing is cray-cray. It's absolutely brilliant. Very, very effective gun, very good in Crucible. I still can't quite get over this hand cannon. It really is, I mean, I was poor shooting there, but it's a critical hit machine, man. I can't believe I fucking swished on that one. Good grief. I've been checking the videos back for audio and stuff, and I didn't realise this, but it turns out good grief is my fucking catchphrase. Hashtag good grief. Now that gate that I shot just there, the one sort of far on the right there, there is a video on my channel. It's a bit of an older one, so you have to look through it. It's called Ranged Gate Closing, I think. It's probably my greatest ever Nova Bomb shot, as I use the lob Nova Bomb rather than the straight sort of like cannon laser type Nova Bomb. I actually managed to hit that gate from here under extreme fire. It goes down as definitely the best Nova Bomb shot I've ever made on this game. Yeah, I sort of ran around the corner and there was a bunch of motherfuckers, and I think I killed one of them and then just popped it in the air about there and managed to drop it right on top of that gate. So go check that out. I uploaded another video yesterday of a pretty rare double exotic engram drop that I got on the Dreadnought the other day. So check that one out if you want to see something cool. Well, okay, I appreciate that that's a relative term, but I'm playing Destiny on YouTube and you're watching it, so let's keep in mind what sort of scope we are talking about here. Okay, wicked. So we're nearly finished with this. Just pretty much into the boss fight here. I'll go up the endless steps, clear out everything that's there, and then jack the big fuck off Minotaur.
That is where we'll find the Gate Lord. Let's go.
Gate Lord, he's a big ass Minotaur. In case you were wondering what the fuck I was doing there, I was just trying to get the danger close buff up for a little bit of an increase in reload. Not that it's too much of a problem. Let's say we ain't playing PvP here. Although I did threaten to put up a video playing some PvP with this gun. Well, alright, look at that. Didn't even have to drop a heavy up.
I guess you're going to have to step inside the ring. Here we go.
Alright, Nemesis Star, time to show them what you're made of. Oh yes, you did just see that. And let's finish him off with a burst. And that is how we do. Damn, I love that gun. No exotic today, unfortunately.
Nice work.
I'll take 200 Glim.
This better get us into the Black Garden. Let's go get our key from the Queen.
Alright guys, that's been another episode of the Destiny Daily. I've been John, aka Pisagosa. You can follow me on Twitter at TheButcherCrow. You can add me on PSN at Pisagosa, and you can join me tomorrow for another Destiny Daily. But until then, I'll see you in the wilds, Guardians.